What are the most boring, mundane things that excite you? Sleeping on clean, fresh bed sheets. And then you shower before going to bed. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. The best is going to sleep in a freshly made bed while the sheets are just a little bit warm from the dryer. This is mine too. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. My absolute favorite. I like to do fresh sheets and then a mini spa moment before bed, nice bath, face mask, etc., and then a really cute PJ set. As a temp, I once got the job to sort a couple of cabinets full of reports. They were supposed to be sorted by date, but those who were filing had been slacking and just putting them in wherever there was room. So now they needed sorting. Those were 4 blissful hours of sitting on the floor, surrounded by stacks of paper slowly merging into the correct order. Edit. And this has now topped out as my highest scoring comment ever. Much better than the last one. Why do I wanna do it? When I throw away the old kitchen sponge and take out a new one from the pack, it feels like you finally have the tools to clean your dishes the way they deserve to be cleaned, instead of being touched by that bacterial infestation waiting to happen that was the old sponge. Also, I really like chess. It bores most people to death, but to me it's just beautiful. Some of the classic matches throughout the ages are honestly a form of art. Rain. I love everything about a rainy day. The smell of the earth, the sound of the rainfall, the grayscale hue that encompasses everything. I even feel physically better due to the air pressure. Oftentimes my cat and I will sit on the deck and watch a rainstorm together. Then thunder strikes and she freaks the F out, scrambles inside frantically while knocking over as much as possible. And don't forget how calming the sound of rain is for falling asleep. The sky. I always think the sky is beautiful. I could stare at it for hours. I live in the Netherlands where there's a lot of light pollution, so night skies are usually gray and dull. Last week I saw a beautiful mix of sunset, cloud formation, wavy blankets, and a night sky at the same time and just enjoyed the moment. I was wondering how many others were enjoying the view too. Being home alone. Wow, my highest rated comment. I'll never forget the first time my parents left me home alone for the weekend in high school. Should I have a party? Friends over? Stay out all night? Nope. I'm going to stay here in this blissful silence. Order a pizza and enjoy a movie I rented from Blockbuster. All by myself. It was glorious. The feeling when you're reading a book in the evening and your eyes start to feel heavy and you can already tell it's gonna hella easy to drift off to sleep tonight and you're gonna get a full 8 hours. Then you put the book away and stare at the ceiling for an hour before getting that feeling again. Honestly, I am not a tidy person in general, but organizing my house is amazing. I love it when small spaces are efficiently organized. I lived off my motorcycle for a year and took so much pleasure from it being all packed up and everything in its place. Same with the truck in the garage. My wife is a creative and in the house. Stuff on every flat surface. Pic of the bike all packed up. Looking across the salar in Bolivia. https://i.imager.com/gczo.jpg. Receiving packages and opening them. I wish there was a word for the feeling I feel when I see the UPS truck pull up at my house. If there is, I bet it's in German. Fed excitement, fed expectancy, suspense. Along with letter. They just feel more special than text messages. I just like walking to places. This is my favorite way to spend a Saturday. Once, I jumped on the bus, intending to check out the gym by my university. Somehow I ended up on the other side of the river. Found the best dog park ever. Watched a public orchestra concert. And sat for hours in a park just watching everyone walk around. I never made it to the gym. I'm an accountant. Made a nice spreadsheet that was all linked, updated automatically with a macro. Is approximately 6 hours of work a month in 10 minutes. It's a nice spreadsheet. I make my husband look at my spreadsheets. They are works of art, color-coded with perfect formulas that flow to other cells with even more formulas. A good spreadsheet build is almost as satisfying as a good roll in the hay. Both put me to sleep with a smile. Grocery shopping. It's like a mini vacation for me. I have never understood people who don't like grocery shopping. It's one of my favorite things to do. I pop in my headphones and listen to music or podcast and just meander through every aisle in total satisfaction. Clothes shopping, however, is an actual hellscape and the total opposite of grocery shopping. Watching people. When I am waiting for the traffic signal to go green, I look around at the people and start imagining what their story might be. Like if I see an old lady crossing the road, and I would try to what she is doing. Maybe she is going to see her nephew, and his nephew is a carpenter. My husband and I do this on long drives. What's the deal with those people? Those are two brothers. One of them just got out of prison and they're on a mission from God to save an orphanage. The stars. Sometimes I get home late at night and just stand in my driveway staring at the stars. The universe is insane when you stop and think about it. I feel something special when I look at a clear night with stars late at night. When everything is silent. It sounds really cheesy, but I enjoy it a lot. I wish more people looked up to the sky instead of only looking down. There are nuclear furnaces millions of times bigger than Earth, billions and trillions of miles away, and you can't see them. Finding change on the ground. Back in high school, I kept a cup in my locker for any coins I found around campus. When Friday morning rolled around, I almost always had enough loose change to buy a donut from the business student's donut stand. It sounds like you don't ever miss change. Drinking tea, coffee from a new cup I bought, especially when the cup is small and cute. My wife is always buying little fancy cups and dishes. The other women on our street are all too happy to borrow them when she makes a casserole. Patrick. When I'm in a flight, and looking out the window at night seeing where all the lights are, especially when you can see a big city. Something about seeing that from that view amazes me. Looking at city lights from a plane is something that will never get old for me. Being in a plane looking at the tops of clouds will never not amaze me. Mechanical pencils get me going. I like them until they run out of lead. Then they're pointless. Stationery shopping in general is hella exciting. PFFT wood pencils are much crunchier with a more organic taste, and GL though mechanical pencil erasers are more chewy, which I like. When rainwater is sliding down a glass window, I always imagine it to be a race. I choose to support one droplet and get mildly disappointed if it loses. I like watching the droplet engulf the other droplets. I thought I was the only one who did that. When I was a kid, I loved garbage, not the trash under the sink. I'm talking big F dumpsters, garbage trucks. Anything that held massive amounts of trash was for me. I would get hyped on trash day, seeing the garbage truck roll down the street, looking on as a mountain of trash would get compacted into nothing. I lived for that. I knew the garbage men by name. I dressed up as a garbage man on Halloween for a couple of years. Just an unreal fascination with garbage. Used to watch documentaries about the dump. I even made my parents drive by the city dump so I could see Trash Mountain. When I was 7, I started liking soccer and became a normal child.